Ladies and gentlemen, I get to introduce this map.
Oh,
All right.
do you?
I know. I was just doing it. Sorry. Anyway,
Go ahead.
we are on the Battle of Kylo. Everyone's favorite map, yours and mine, whether you like it or not, my friends. This is one of the most popular maps we've got. Of course, the special feature of this map is the trebuchet points. For either team can rain damage upon all three of the capture points. The capture points are Windmill, Clock Tower, and Mansion. Blue,
Yes, it is.
are we going to see these clutch plays with a trebuchet, or do you think that they're going to sort of forego the trebuchets to opt to have more people on point?
I gotta think about this for a second. I think, just off of the top of my head here, I really think Red Team's gonna have to make really good use of it. What the heck? Ignore that. I just had a window open and started playing a video. That was weird. But anyway, so Lords of the Dead here is really gonna have to make good use of this trebuchet, but at the same time, they're gonna have to worry about these two thieves here, because like I said, these are jump thieves, meaning they can get across the map like that. So if they're able to do that, they can really get on these trebs and stop them from even using it. So like some of our viewers said here, they really need to get on both of those thieves, as well as trick shots here. Keep in mind, trick shots is pretty easy to kill. Once he's wasted his elixir S, he's got nothing left to defend himself. If they can take him out that way, that's fine. But then again, they also still have to worry about those thieves jumping around and sort of just tagging them one by one. So it's in all honesty, it's a very, very, very hard strategy that I'm seeing here to counter.
What would be one thing that Lords of the Dead could do to sort of add to their composition, or just change their builds up entirely to kind of counter this Trickshot, Zambrini, Infanta genocide that's going on?
Viper, let me see his build real quick here. I actually didn't check it fully. Viper could be using Aura Share, in my opinion. If he's going to be running Dagger, he could be using something. He could be using Aura Share a lot better. Because if he's using Dagger with Aura Share, over in his Air Attunement, he's going to have access to, I don't know the exact name of it, but it is I think it's called Lightning Aura, off the top of my head here. And what that's going to do is that's going to go on all of his nearby teammates, and if he sees the thieves coming in, he can pop that, and once the thieves jump on him, they're all going to get stunned for 1 second, and it's going to give themselves, at the very least, some breathing room here to move away.
All right, guys, let's try and get this game started. It looks like they're sort of waiting to nail down the strategies and get everything together. I'm hoping that Red Team can come back in this game. I want to go to Game 5. I want to see as much Guild Wars 2 esports content as possible tonight. Now, don't forget, guys, there's always the Guild Wars 2 esports Reddit. That's reddit.com/r/GW2 esports. If you are in the mood to get a group together, to study some SPVP builds, to figure out when the next tournament is, don't hesitate to go there, because we've got a great community.
We got a lot of stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks. Like, for instance, this Saturday, we got the Team Paradigm Invitational coming up.
I can't wait for that, man.
I can't wait for that either. I'm casting it now, apparently, so.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Blue is going to be at the CPANA.
They heard it yesterday, too. It's just, you heard it here again, I guess you could say.
And you will continue to hear it. Oh, it looks like Fugazi managing to take out all the glasses in the beginning of the game in the Clock Tower. Skills. Let's,
We're just waiting for the tick-ups here, for Anton and trick shots here. I think they're still strategizing a bit here.
Just looks like we've got a little bit of self-promotion, so let's give some shout-outs to the players here. Looks like the Infanta saying hashtag Team Infanta, hashtag twitch.tv/Casey991199/old because new is lame. Go check that guy out. He actually might be streaming this match right now. I would not be surprised.
Is he now? I didn't approve such thing. No, it's alright. It's a script.
It looks like the game is about to begin. 10, 9, and the countdown begins. Let's go to the map and watch the splits. As in 3 seconds, our players will be exiting the gates.
Here they go. They're going to be coming out of the gates. This is a very varied map on splits here, so let's see where teams choose to go.
Looks like the Mesmer from the red team is taking up the treb, and blue is just ignoring it. Thief from...
We have a Shadow Refuge play going on here by the den with trick shots and the two thieves. Red team better be ready for this time because they're doing it again.
Oh my goodness, man.
Oh, this is gonna be killer for Sanj. He's not ready for this. I don't think he is. He dodges out of that. He dodges out of that supply crate. And as he's done, he's dodging around pretty quickly. He does have his stability up. He needs to move away quickly though, because look at this damage coming out from the thieves. It's almost impossible to miss. And
Oh, my
again, he's
God.
gonna get taken out. Red team will not be available to reinforce. I think at this point they've completely just realized that that will happen, and they're now ignoring it. So red team will get mid, however, and they also do have trap shots coming in.
Look, the synchronization on both of those thieves is unparalleled, my friend. They
And one of
even
them just
stomped
stomped.
at the same time. It was ridiculous. Meanwhile, at Mansion, we've got Anton Snake Eyes porting away. We've got Viper coming in to try and deal with Zero. Can Zero deal with this by himself? It looks like he might be able to. It's, oh my god, Viper pushing him back. He's going to try and spike him down with his skills. Anton Snake Eyes coming back in to do the DPS. And what are we seeing here from Zero in terms of the build here?
Well, like I said, this is a pretty usual Beastmaster build here. He's got
Right.
a lot of regeneration coming from a single bottom. In fact, he's actually, I think he's gone to pretty much the maximum amount he can get. He's got 129 health coming in every single second here. He actually could get a bit more if he wanted to. However, like I said here, he has a lot of dodges, but it's only going to last him a certain amount of time. He already used his lightning reflexes. I think he does have support coming in now. Yeah, he has support coming in now from Zembrini here to help him kill out some of his members. It's a very conditional sort of spec. You're really going to rely on your pet for about 90% of your damage, I would say, and you yourself just have to sort of use your dodges and your cooldowns efficiently in order to keep yourself alive, and it looks like Zero has done that very well here, and he's managed to keep himself alive long enough for reinforcements to come in, and he's going to be able to stay alive and defend that point.
He's taking down Viper, but meanwhile at Clock Tower, we've got so much bloodshed going down. Fugazi's taking out Akuma, getting the stomp down with Infanta and Zembrini X, the thief duo. This is Blue's point, and this will not be Red's anytime soon. Looks like Red Trebuchet was destroyed after the Mesmer used it to try and take Clock Tower out. Fugazi staying on point as a standard guard. It looks like we've got...
We got a rush coming in for Windmill now. Engineer
Absolutely.
and the thief.
We've got trick shots and Infanta. Just...
And
they're gonna take it, man.
Now Viper again, because he's not running. Now this is actually something that's somewhat conflicting me. Viper is running DD. Viper's running DD, but he's staying back point. Now I could be wrong on my Ellie meta here, but there's something like this with your running back on Ellie. Scepter Dagger, in my opinion, would definitely be the superior choice. He has a lot more defensive cooldowns and a lot more survivability. I haven't seen him in a lot of the team fights where he could be using these kills. And again, we're just seeing here, they're not prioritizing trick shots, and because of that, he's just getting destroyed. It's like one at a time here. Lords of the Dead is just getting wiped out one by one. They really need to fixate on that and take out trick shots as best of their ability.
Yep, it looks like Sanjo, he was focusing down on Zembrini, which is exactly the opposite of what he needed to do with his teammate who was there. It was Viper who's, like, they're doing the DD work, as you were saying. I also agree. I think Scepter Dagger would have been an optimal choice here, but they're going to try and push back against Trick Shots, who may establish another foothold here if he drops his crates anytime soon, and there it is. Looks like we've got a lot of red coming up here, and Trick Shots actually might be overpowered if the red team focus him down.
They have to watch Zembrini here, that they already got one of them out. Zembrini got pretty low there. He had to use his heal. He still does have a Basilisk Venom available for a gank here if he wishes to use that. And just look at the damage coming out on red team. Zembrini, they actually managed to get trick shots up, but they will take out Zembrini, and it looks like he's going to get stomped here. He's out.
Yeah, Zambrini finally goes down, leaving Trick Shots without the ridiculous DPS. Of course, he can still do a large amount of damage. Meanwhile, elsewhere on the map, we've got some red fighting for the Clock Tower with Akuma, but he's going to be taken out by the other thief, Infanta. Infanta, of course, going for the ridiculous DPS build alongside Zambrini. Trick Shots finally getting spiked down, finally being taken out by the red team. We're looking at a 220-point lead here from Blue, 293 to 72. It's not looking good here. Red needs to take Windmill. They need to cap far, and they need to abuse positioning most of all. Go where Blue isn't.
That, unfortunately, has been one of their weak points today, is positioning. Just to open up the map here to show you guys real quick. Normally when you see with the pro team, is there really sort of, or at least they have a way to get to each other. There's really not any members of the enemy team blocking positions or whatnot. This is unfortunately not the case for Lords of the Dead. There's really just members of Blue scattered all over them. They're sort of in the way everywhere they go, and because of that, they're not able to get to where support is needed and get themselves in a good position. It's really unfortunate for them.
And at this time, we've got members of the red team coming into Clock Tower, trying to cap the point, trying to keep Fugazi off point and do the damage. but it looks like Akuma on Gizmo's cousin is not going to be able to keep her off point. You know, if Akuma was running Hammer, he'd be able to banish her away, but we've got an Ice Elemental and, of course, Trick Shots. Looks like he's up top throwing grenades as usual. Anton Snake Eyes realizes this, is going to try and shoot him in the back, but can't spike him down. This is a nice possibility.
He had that Elixir up, but now that's expired. Now is the time, Red Team. Burst him down. Get over him. Use your Mesmer. Use that Illusionary Flurry. You gotta take him out now. Now when that cooldown's down, you got 34 seconds where he doesn't have anything to defend himself with.
And it looks like Red has taken this opportunity to backcap Windmill while all this fighting is going down. Trickshot is trying to get a stomp down, pushed back by Gizmo's cousin. Looks like Red Team has a fighting chance here if they can keep this aggression up. If they can keep it if they can keep this aggression cranked to 11, man. Like, I would even like to see Sanjo maybe go off point, try and poke at Mansion for a little bit.
But we're going to see here, unfortunately, again, just the pure rain down coming from the Thieves. And I also didn't mention this before as well. Trick Shots and Zambrini, both of them running short bow as well as the range grenades here. They can both just rain down hell from range here. And there's really not a lot Red Team can do about it unless they have some way to counter it. Now, I mentioned before that Fugazi is running somewhat of a counter build. Actually, no, she isn't actually. If I were Fugazi right now, I definitely, between these matches, would have picked up a Wall of Reflection. That would have made an amazing difference against these engineers. I'm trying to remember, was she running one before, or was that Gizmo that had one?
I think it was Fugazi, but it's Gizmo who needs to deal with the engineer and the thief, just the ridiculous. What it exactly is, and what I'm going to call it, is just abuse of verticality. They're not in the line of sight of Red Team. They actually are pretty hard to be seen when they're just above them. So they're able to take that advantage and just rain death on them. Looks like Viper's here, but Zero's going to take him down. Meanwhile, it looks like Akuma is at the mansion trying to cap the point, and he will do so unopposed, but looks like one of the thieves from Blue Team is there. It looks like it's Zambrini X, and of course the Blue Team will pull it through regardless. 500 points to 130.
Wow.
Sanjo and Fugazi and the Infanta actually tied for points at the end of the game there, man.
Blue Team definitely showed their strength there. They got very good. There's GG's going on all around. Both teams very appreciative for that scrim today. I believe we are on the standard map rotation, so very unfortunate for Lords of the Dead. But they did it. They gave it their best. Again, keep in mind, guys, both these teams are very new. They're both learning this game. They're both sort of learning this game as they go along. But we are seeing retired players move along pretty quickly here with a very interesting strategy. But I do think that was our last match for now, at least.
That was the last match of the scrim. Of course, it was a best of 5 that the Blue Team took 3-0. I would love to see both of these teams continue on in the way they're going. Even though Red Team did not take a single map, they had a really great chemistry, but they just need to crank up the communication. They need to talk more, they need to do more call-outs, and they need to gel more as a team.
Well, I mean, like I said, they did their best. As they are new, they really just need to work on their synergy, their strategy. They have a very good comp. Keep that in mind. They do have the basics down, but it's really now just working on extending from that, getting your team communication and your synergy down from there. It was a very nice effort, but unfortunately, it seems that Team Retired Players really caught them off guard with that very unusual comp, which worked amazingly well for them, especially in the opener. And in the end, they just ended up coming out on top.
Absolutely. I know I'm going to be stealing some of these builds tonight. I hope you guys had a great time. I think we're going to finish this one off. Hopefully we'll get a lot more scrims in during this week. Guys, don't forget to follow Mr. Dr_Blue on Twitter.
That's me on Twitter. Also follow the channel, guys. That does help us out a lot. Also be sure to check out Sireph, his Twitter. I don't actually have it on screen. I forgot to do that, but he's going to be at MLG Sireph. Be sure to follow him. And what other links can we toss out here?
Go to youtube.com/SirefSC. That is my YouTube channel. I am the host of a weekly show called Server Stomp. I get different personalities on there, different pro players to play, really trying to engage the community as much as possible. Every Thursday at noon we record, and then it goes up later that evening. So come in, hang out, have a good time, and hopefully I'll see you this Thursday, guys.
Yeah, hopefully we will. I'll actually be here. Actually, I'm not going to be here tomorrow because I got some stuff to take care of. But we're going to be here on Wednesday, guys, with Weekly Rewind. We're going to be take 99 to 500 match from yesterday's Masters of the Mist tournament. It's going to be blood. I think it's not confirmed yet, but I'm going to try to get SupQD in there to sort of tell us what was going on down there. So be sure to check that out. It's a really good show for those of you that are new to Guild Wars 2 esports and you want to sort of get into it. We go into a lot of the in-depth strategies and sort of go over things. Thursday, we'll hopefully have another scrim for you. And I believe Sireph will be doing server stuff on Thursday as well, correct?
Absolutely.
Also on Friday, we're going to have Minigame Friday with hopefully, again, some PvP devs from ArenaNet, maybe. Again, not confirmed yet, but we'll get more word on that. Be sure to check my Twitter out for that. And, yeah, I think that's about it, guys.
All right, well, we'll see you next time. I'm Sireph.
I'm Blue. Have a nice day, guys. And we're off. That went really well.